What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today's video is going to be regarding 5 cards I'm submitting to SGC for grading. These are going to be all soccer cards. What we're going to do today is talk about why I'm sending them. I'm going to guess the grade that we're going to get, and I would like you guys to also guess the grade that we will get on this submission. So please comment down below with what you think we will get on each card. It's only 5. So just give me 5 of your guesses for each card, and we'll see how close we are. So first up is a Zlatan WCCF 2004-2005 European clubs. It's number 143. This is a pretty rare Zlatan piece. I've only seen one graded example on eBay. It was a PSA 9. The listing said it's a Pop 1. We'll assume that the listing is correct, meaning that this is definitely a pretty rare Zlatan item. The front is super clean. The back is also looking really nice. Generally, these cards are super dinged up along the edges, either straight out of the pack, or you may have seen these actually go with a video game, and when you play them with the game, they are slid around kind of on like a table, and generally the edges and surfaces are pretty nicked up. Really, the only spot I saw is this bottom right corner on the back. Might be a little hard to see through the card saver, but just compared to other examples I've seen, this is definitely one of the cleaner ones, so I'm hoping that we do well on the grade. And also it's got kind of a nice refractor border. If you can see that silver line around it, it's got a cool little bit of a refractor type feel to it. So for this one, I'm really hoping we do well. I'm gonna guess that we get an SGC 9. If we happen to do better than that, we're gonna really be in business. But I'm gonna guess an SGC 9. And again, like I said, the backs of these are usually super dinged up. I specifically bought this one hoping to grade it. And honestly, when I got it in the mail, it came in looking better on the edges than I even expected. So hopefully we do well with that one. Next up is also a WCCF card. This one is a year later. This is European Clubs 2005-2006. It's number 92, Kareem Benzema. And again, these are usually not in the best of condition. This one looks pretty good on the front in terms of centering. The surface is clean. I took it out and looked it over. The surface looks good. If we take a look at the back, this one is not quite as nice a condition as that Ibrahimovic. You can probably see there's a little bit more edge wear along the sides. A lot of people consider this Benzema's true rookie, which could maybe be debated, but this is one of his earliest prints on anything, and it is when he was playing for OL in the French league. So this one also is clean on the surfaces, a little more wear on the back. I'm really hoping we do well on this one though too, because this one is pretty rare. I did not see any graded examples listed on eBay. I'm going to go ahead and guess that we get an SGC 8, and I would be super happy with that. If we happen to do better, that would just be a bonus. But I noticed the raws looked like they were selling for about $30, $40, $50. So it's going to cost us $30 to grade it, and I think if we do well, this is going to be a really nice piece of the collection. I'm not too sure if I'm going to hold on to this one or try to flip it. Again, that's going to probably be determined by what the grade is, but another pretty low pop pre-modern card that I think we can do well on. So like I said, I'm going to guess that we get an SGC 8. Next up is also a monster. This is a Gerd Muller, I want to make sure I pronounce this right, Automatenbilder from 1966. So this is also very early print of Gerd Muller. This one's in really nice condition, other than you will notice on the back there's just a little bit of something on the surface. Not totally sure what it is. I don't think this was ever stuck into a booklet or glued, but you can see right here where I'm pointing out there's just a really tiny amount of gray, little dots kind of on the back. So I'm not 100% sure what that came from. There's some there and a little bit along the backside. I think that's where we're going to get dinged in terms of the grade, because the front, the centering looks really, really nice, and the colors look really, really nice. It's not really faded at all. I looked up some other examples, and I think mine is really probably up there with some of the nicer ones I've seen. I really do think the centering is just about perfect. I saw an SGC 8 that had pretty bad centering on it, so I'm hoping that just the coloration and the centering does us some favors, because again, on the backside it is probably a little bit difficult to see, but there is just a couple tiny spots of grayish, blackish something. I tried cleaning it off. Again, I don't think it's glue. I don't think this was ever stuck into anyone's booklet, but just that tiny little bit there I think is going to probably dock our score just a little bit. So this might be somewhat generous, but I'm guessing that we'll pull off an SGC 8.5, and I would be very, very happy with that. If we somehow happen to do better, that would just be a bonus, but the corners look good. There's not really any bending or creasing. And really, yeah, like I said, the centering is kind of the main thing with this one. That is the reason I bought it. I bought it a long time ago and was holding on to it to grade, but now it is finally time to send it along. So I'm going to guess an SGC 8.5. If we do any better, that would just be a huge, huge bonus. After that, this is the only modern card that I'm going to send along for this submission. The rest are all vintage or pre-modern. This is Erling Highland, as I'm sure you know. It's SAL 13. That's the number of the card. It's a match Attax. This is one of his earliest. Not technically the true rookie, but again, these are similar to the WCCF when they come out of packs. These are usually kind of dinged up. The front of this one, the centering looks really, really good. From what I could tell, there's not too much in the way of wear. On the edges, the corners look good. However, on the back, you'll see this bottom left corner has a very, very tiny little bit of whitening, so that's going to probably be where we get dinged on the back. And then the top and bottom edges do have just a small amount of whitening and chipping, which, I mean, the reason these are so difficult to grade is, as you can see, the back is all dark color borders, and when you have that, any slight chips or dings really stick out. So this one is going to be pretty tough to grade. I've seen prices kind of all over the place with this one, ranging from, I've seen an SGC 9 doing anywhere from 100 to 150. And I've also seen SGC or PSA 10s going anywhere from 300 to 700. So unfortunately, I don't think this one will be a Gem Mint 10. As you can see, like I said, there's a tiny bit of wear on the top, tiny bit on the bottom, and then just that bottom corner. So I'm imagining the edges might get us docked a few points. I am hoping for this one that we could pull off an SGC 8.5. If we happen to do better than that, that will just be a bonus. This one, I'm considering, if we do well, I might list this one up after we get it back and just hope that it pays for the whole submission, because 5 cards is going to be around 150 plus the shipping, so probably all in around 175 to get it shipped out and shipped back. So hopefully this one could come close to paying for the whole submission if we don't decide to keep it. But again, it's pretty rare. It's low population, and especially is very grading sensitive just because it gets chipped and dinged up on the back so easily, even if you pull it straight out of a pack. So I'm going to go with an SGC 8.5. And finally, we have a Carles Puyol card. This is from 2007 Mundicromo Fichas de la Liga. It is an insert. It's got a cool hollow refractor type surface. It's an El Capitan insert. It is number 26. This one, the same as the Haland. I'm thinking if we do really well on this one, I may go ahead and try to flip it when it comes back and try to pay for the submission. I only saw one listed on eBay for about $40, and that was raw, not graded. So I'm going to just go ahead and imagine that the pop is very, very low on this. This one I actually got out of a pack myself, and I do plan on opening more of these packs in the future. So might go ahead and consider selling it when we get it back, just given that I hope to pull a duplicate out of a pack at some point. The front is really, really clean, and like I said, it has this kind of nice refractor kind of shine to it. I'll show you guys in a little bit different light. But this is one that I would be happy to sell potentially once we get this submission back. If you look at the back side, really, really clean, very little wear. The corners are sharp. This one is probably going to be my highest guess out of anything. I'm going to go ahead and think that we get an SGC 9.5, and that would be incredible if we got that or higher, because this one again is a rare one, and I could not really find any graded examples when I looked on eBay. I didn't dive super deep on other platforms, but I think if we could manage even a 9, but I'm going to guess a 9.5. This one would probably easily pay for the submission. Hopefully we could go ahead and flip it for anywhere from $100 to $150, depending. But yeah, this one I think we will get probably our highest grade out of anything. So I'm going to say an SGC 9.5. Just to recap quickly, here's everything that we're going to be sending. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, WCCF. Benzema, WCCF. That's 1 year after the Zlatan. This Gerhard Muller, you might know him as Gerd Muller, from 1966. Erling Highland from his RB Salzburg days, one of his earliest cards. And finally, Puyol El Capitan Refractor insert. So please be sure to comment down below with what you think we'll get on each card. Let me know if I'm guessing too high, guessing too low. Which ones would you keep? Which ones would you sell? I appreciate you guys watching. See you on the next one.